What's up, YouTuber? Welcome to Ziangs Food Workshop. I'm Chin, and this is my mum, Chu.
Yes, Chu's here. Today we're doing Chinese takeaway gravy.
Yes, now there are a few different ways of doing this. This is just one. Most of the time, most places buy it in. But yeah, this is just one way of doing it. We kind of didn't want to do this because what's right for one person isn't right for another one, and people are really vocal about it, and some can't really grasp the fact that not everywhere does it the same. So we've got one version here, but I hope you like it.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Here we have 600 millilitres of neutral flavoured oil, so we're using veg oil today. And into this we're going to put one sliced onion,
yeah, in it goes.
One chopped leek, 3 stalks of celery, 2 bulbs of garlic, 1 large carrot, 10 or 12 cloves, 4 or 5 star anise. You don't have to add any of these if you want. Some places will actually add more spices, herbs, like thyme, rosemary into this, but this is just like how most places will do it. And also we've got about 5 or 6 large bay leaves, and in they go. And what we're going to do with this is put it onto a medium-low heat, and we want to take all the moisture out of those vegetables and herbs and stuff like that, and make a seasoned oil basically. It takes about between 45 minutes and 2 hours depending on how much moisture is in what, Mum?
The vegetable.
Yes. If you can, cut them up, dry them overnight, and it should be really quick. But I reckon this is going to take us about an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah.
So we're going to put this on a medium-low heat. You don't want it too high because you don't want the veg to burn, but you don't want it too low so it doesn't take you 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
If you're interested in this induction cooker we use, the link to buy one is below. We actually use these in our takeaways and stuff. They're really good because we don't have gas in our village, so yeah, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
And when this is ready, we'll be back.
Yeah.
While you've got spare seconds, say thanks for all the free content. Head over to our web store, chinandchew.com. We do have prices that are really low for ingredients, and it's the only place our cookbook is available. That's chinandchew.com. When your vegetables start looking this golden brown colour, that's when they're ready. You don't want them too much darker than that, otherwise it's burnt. So we're just going to drain this off hot to make sure that that oil drains off the ingredients completely. So just using a bowl and a colander, and we're just going to gently pour everything into this. You might want to leave it to cool down for a little bit first, just so it's not so hot. But if you don't do it when it's warm, at least, a lot of the oil will stick to the vegetables and you won't get as much out of it. And you just want to drain that as much as you can. So that oil we're just going to put back into a pan. Really drain that off. We're going to put about 500 grams of flour in. You want to cook it on a low temperature because you don't want that flour to burn, and this is going to take about 10-15 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to mix that all in. And I said 500 earlier, but it's actually 800. This actual paste itself will last in the fridge in an airtight container for about 3 or 4 months.
Yes.
As long as the flour's cooked off. We're halfway there now, just keep turning it. You don't want to walk away from this, you just gotta let it sit for like 10-15 seconds and turn it. It will change colour, but it might change too slow for you to actually be able to notice. There aren't many takeaways that are going to be doing it like this anymore. Nowadays it's probably more often than not bought in.
It's an old type one, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, so this has been on for about 20 minutes now, and we've decided it's exactly where we wanted it to be. And now we're going to show you how to make this into a gravy. You only use as much as you need at a time. Okay, so we're just going to put the paste, it's hot, but it's better to use it cold. We've got about 5 tablespoons of the paste there. I'm going to put that in. To this we're going to add half a teaspoon of MSG, a 1/3 teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to taste this later
to see do we need any more salt or any other...
Yeah, because depending on how dry your flour is will depend on how much water it takes, and then you need to adjust for flavour. Get in there paste hot so you can start actually making the gravy.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll add the water in bit by bit.
You can smell the gravy now. Keep stirring it.
Essentially like making a cheese sauce.
Yes.
A bechamel.
You just make the how thick you want it.
Yeah.
Some like it runny gravy, some like it thick. I prefer my gravy thick.
I do too.
To be honest, it's what you like. There's a lot of gravy in there.
Yeah, there's a huge amount of gravy.
Wow, it looks creamy.
So not far off now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get worried that it goes like lumpy at the beginning, don't worry. If you work it well, like now, those lumps are gone. That's nice and smooth now. Okay, so I'm going to turn the temperature down a little bit more.
Just a touch.
To get the dark colour, you want dark soy sauce. I'm using Amoy's first extract here today. A lot of places will use gravy browning, which is essentially just colouring.
If you like it darker, you add a bit more soy.
Or you use browning, but if you use browning, you have to add more salt.
Oh, that's looking good colour now.
Yeah. So this is liquid browning here. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon in, tablespoon, sorry, and that's going to turn it really dark like that. And depending on how dark you want it, it depends on how much you put in. Keep adding the browning till it's the right colour. This is just colouring, there's no seasoning in it. So it's 3 altogether, the browning. See what it needs and what it doesn't need.
A little bit more salt.
Green. So I'm going to put a ½ teaspoon more salt in, a ¼ teaspoon of sugar. And there you have it. You can serve that on whatever you want. We're going to put it on chips. Right, so here we go. Oh, you want to hold it, do you?
Yeah, you can hold it.
Do you want to try it first?
Yeah.
This isn't how we would do it actually. Our way is a lot easier.
Yeah.
We think tastes better, but you know, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. You can taste the flavour.
Yeah, the flavoured oil. If you didn't put that flavoured oil in, it would be really bland.
Yeah, quite like a bit fishy smell.
Mm-hmm.
This is good.
Mm-hmm. This is the kind of gravy that goes really nice with cheese.
Yeah.
Do you like cheese?
No.
So how do you know it goes really nice?
I just agree. I know people like it. This would go really nice with roast.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken. You know what? You poach the chicken and you leave it.
Yeah.
And then deep fry it.
Look at that. Nice and thick. Just like me.
I like it.
Crack a bit of pepper on there.
This would be really good on steak.
Yeah. Steak with onions.
Yeah, chips and gravy.
That bit of pepper opens it up quite a bit. This is how some places will make it. It's like a nicer, it's like the one up from buying it in.
The buying one has got a bit of sour.
Yeah. And you have to use,
and the fat, isn't it?
you have to use a lot of it as well, so it gets quite salty.
This is good.
This is good, yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you for watching and thank you for trying out the recipe.
Thank you to the patron who suggested this. I can't remember your name, Trap Mode I think maybe. But thank you very much for that.
Yes, and happy cooking, happy eating.
Really good.